Four kings? What do I mean? What am I talking about? We know about three kings who came to Bethlehem to meet Jesus. Besides, we don't even know if they were kings, since we also call them magi or wise men. So why four kings? And which one is that fourth one? Let me give you a clue. There were those three wise men that sometimes are called three kings. They represent all that is good. But there was also that king who represents all that is bad. The one who didn't want to meet the Son of God, but out of anger and envy wanted to kill the baby Jesus. Of course, it was the King Herod, the one who could, but didn't make to the Holy Family from Nazareth. He didn't care, he was too proud, he was too angry. So there were four kings, three of them wise, humble and happy, and one angry, envious, and stupid. I think that's why we call those three who came to Bethlehem wise men, and one who lived much closer wasn't wise at all. And I like looking at the Gospel of today for the feast day of the Epiphany as the Gospel of four kings. Three good and one bad, three wise and one stupid. But there are a few more reasons why we call those three wise men. First, those three, they were looking for meaning in their lives. They couldn't find it in anything in this world. Not in money, not in positions, not in fame. They were looking for something out of this world. They were looking for God. They were able to admit humbly that without God their lives would have no meaning. They were wise because they came to this newborn God with gifts, not empty-handed. They believed that there are no riches of this world that have more value than Jesus' love, blessing, and forgiveness. They were wise because they didn't listen to Herod's lies. They avoided that evil's temptation. They were wise because they departed to their countries by another way, a new way. Their lives were changed forever. Now Herod, he could have joined them, he could have been remembered as the fourth wise king. However, he will always be remembered as that angry, envious, and stupid king. The feast of the Epiphany is the feast of wisdom, is the feast of three wise men. So let us pray for wisdom for ourselves so we will never end up like King Herod. Let us pray for the wisdom that will always lead us to God. Let us pray for the wisdom that we would value the most God, faith, life, forgiveness, and love. Let us pray for that wisdom that will make us humble. Let us pray for the wisdom that helps us distinguish good from evil, that would help us avoid evil and temptations. Let us pray for wisdom which will help us return from Jesus by another way, from that Eucharist, a better way, a new way, with God in our hearts. Let us pray for the wisdom of these three wise men. We have a choice. We can become one of those three, or let's go to work. And God bless you.